Chris, what is our third main topic today?
This is from Bret Moore. Hi, John, and welcome back. I just saw an interview with Chris Evans where he said he'd love to come back to play Johnny Storm again because he never felt the character got enough credit before. He even said he'd take that over coming back as Captain America. Do you think he's hinting at a return in the upcoming Fantastic Four with maybe John Krasinski? What would you think of this? Thanks.
All right, thanks for sending that in, Brett. And yeah, look, Chris Evans, we talked about, he made some comments about Captain America the other day. I'm completely on record. Chris Evans is going to be back in the MCU as Steve Rogers at some point. May not be this year, not next year, maybe not even within the next 3. But he's a young dude. He'll be back. Take that to the bank. But one of the other questions a lot of people bring up, especially with the events of Doctor Strange and things like that, is, wait a minute, could we see him as the Human Torch? Again, because remember, famously, Chris Evans' first foray into playing an MCU character was not that as Steve Rogers, it was that as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, which, by the way, I actually thought he played pretty damn well.
He did.
Him and Michael Chiklis playing Ben Grimm, I thought those were the two highlights.
For sure.
Actually, I think I could have watched a buddy cop movie of the two of them.
They had a great dynamic.
Yeah, they had a really good chemistry and a really good dynamic between them. And I remember I got together and spoke with Chris Evans at Comic-Con when they did the first public screening of Captain America, the First Avenger. And we actually talked for a few minutes first just about the Human Torch. And I remember him telling me, he's like saying, like, I said, first of all, he never thought he was going to get the role of Captain Rogers because he's already been an MCU character. And he went on to talk about, and you know what, I don't regret that for a second. I had a lot of fun playing in those movies. I think that was a great character. I hope somehow, some way, these characters and whatever move on. He's always had a soft spot in his heart for this. So it kind of got ramped up even more when in a recent interview, he said this. This comes to us from the folks over at MovieWeb. Quoting him, Chris Evans, who said this, "Look, I would love to," talking about coming back to play Johnny Storm. Evans added about playing the Human Torch again. "I would love it. That would actually be easier sell to me than coming back as Cap. You know what I mean? Cap is so precious to me. And you know, I almost don't want to disrupt what a beautiful experience that was. But Johnny Storm, I feel like he didn't really get his day. That was before Marvel really found its footing. So I loved that role. And you know, who knows?" And that comes to us from the folks over at Variety. All right. Do I actually think we are going to see Chris Evans back as Human Torch? 1,000% no. 1,000% no. He's not going to do it. And if anything, the way he's responding to this question only triples down the fact that I'm 100% convinced he's not going to do this. He's talking about it in this way because he knows he's not doing it. So he can talk about it in these glowing, wonderful, happy terms. And by the way, he's not just being facetious. Like I said, I spoke to him years ago and we waxed poetic about his experiences playing Johnny Storm. And he sincerely did really enjoy playing that character. But 1,000% no. He will be back as Steve Rogers. He will not be playing that versions of thing. And it's important to note, there's a reason why no iterations of that Fantastic Four has ever reared up their head, right? I don't think they ever will either. So I'm 1,000% saying that's not going to happen. Rob, you hear about this? What do you think the chances are that we could see Chris Evans as Johnny Storm?
Like you, John, 0. I mean, he's too invested. If he comes back as Steve Rogers, you can't have another. They can't unless the only way you could see something like this is if they had fun with it. If they go Avengers: Secret Wars, and you've got the multiverse iterations of these characters, it could be kind of funny if they met up. That's the only way I could ever see something like this happening because Chris Evans as Steve Rogers is a cornerstone foundational member of the entire MCU. And they don't want to take that away from him. I think it would dilute that unless it could be a funny bit in a multiverse battle world Secret Wars scenario. That's the only way I could see it.
Yeah.
Chris, you see any way this could happen?
No, I feel like we missed that window. Multiverse is where it should have happened. Or maybe, I mean, if he's willing to do Loki or something as a variant. But I don't see this organically fitting into the MCU as of right now. And I think it's very easy to say, yeah, I'd love to do a cameo.
Unless it's in Deadpool.
Yeah, that's true.
According to that, now, when you talk about Deadpool, though,
Then
it's like
anything's
almost
possible.
all rules go out
Yeah.
the window. Like things you can't possibly get away with, you can get away with if you do it in a Deadpool movie, right? Because it's like there's a different expectation. There's a different set of circumstances there. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think is going to happen here? Do you buy this? Do you think there actually would be a possibility that Chris Evans could pop up as the Human Torch again? Definitely not as the regular, ongoing, new Fantastic Four Human Torch, but even in some kind of a multiversal sequence in one of the MCU movies. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of today's video, Storyblocks. Guys, I have been an enthusiastic fan and user of Storyblocks for years. I go to them whenever I'm in need of content creation assets like royalty-free music, video clips, or templates for my creative projects, ranging anywhere from little editorial videos to my very own full-feature documentary. Storyblocks helps you bring your stories, videos, and projects to life without sacrifices due to time, budget, or access to resources. They have over 1 million different story assets ranging from stock videos, audio and music, an in-browser video editor, and they feature pre-designed templates, animations, and outros. Storyblocks uses an affordable subscription model, and their unlimited access plans offers, well, unlimited video and audio downloads rather than a costly pay-per-clip model. With Storyblocks, you'll be able to create more content and, more importantly, better content, all while using a subscription plan that fits your budget, utilizing unlimited downloads of demand-driven and diverse content. So if you're interested in upping your content creation game, head over to www.storyblocks.com/Campea and get started today. That's www.storyblocks.com/Campea.